Hey guys, so here's your stuff for Tuesday the 2nd. Gonna get the shoulders warmed up for the warm up, actually legs and everything warmed up, but strength is gonna be all shoulders basically and core. But warm up, you're gonna start with a minute of as many back squats with a PVC or a broomstick, something really light, no weight at all. Just make sure you put something on your back to force you to stay up. You're just gonna do that straight for a minute, or hopefully as many as you can in a minute. Try to keep them looking good, so make sure that when you're at the bottom, you're in a good looking squat, and then when you get to the top, you're not just jumping like this with bent knees, you're getting all the way to extended. Right, so you don't have to jump terribly high, you're just gonna get off the ground. Biggest thing is that you're getting extension. So when you're off the ground, your legs are straight, your butt squeezed off the ground for a second, drop into a good looking squat. So a minute straight should really blow up the legs and get the heart rate up pretty quick. You can keep track of your number if you like, because we'll probably do this again, but we're not really scoring it. And then you're gonna do a seated shoulder press to the PVC as many as you can. So you're gonna sit down, chest is going to be up. I want to stay vertical, right? Just like I'm going to do a normal shoulder press. I'm going to do as many as I can, head through. Right? What I don't want to do is this, and have this bar going out there, right? So the bar is going straight up. And for me to get the bar to go back here, I'm really going to keep the chest forward. Okay, so if you do that as fast as you can for a minute, it's going to blow up the shoulders as well. Maybe not as bad as the legs, but it's a good stretch to really get the shoulders and head through. Yeah, so then you're going to do, our strength is going to be every minute on the minute. You're going to do 1 minute, you're going to do shoulder taps. The next minute, you're going to do seated shoulder press. Always going to be working for 40 seconds and then 20 seconds of rest. So shoulder taps. If you don't remember, we did them last week, I think, or the week before. Right? I'm going to get onto my handstand. Okay, so I'm trying to shift enough, not too much, but just enough into that arm that's supporting my weight. Give me a second to tap this thumb to the shoulder, right? So it's kind of, it's a core drill, but it's kind of a little bit of that, kind of a balance drill too, right? So you're kind of shifting a little bit, touch. Shifting a little bit, touch, right? So it took me a bit of time to kind of get comfortable. So that was my first one of the day, and it was kind of, took me a little bit of time to get my bearings. Something that probably will get better, and then it'll get worse when you get really tired in the shoulders, right? So this should get really hard because the alternating movement is a shoulder movement. So it might kind of turn into like, core breaking. Yeah, so if you don't have that version of the handstand, you're gonna make them facing in. You're gonna walk till you're pretty steep. Right? If I want to make it easier, I'll walk out, and then easier than that, if you can't, put your feet on something. You could cross over too. You have the option to touch thumb to the same shoulder, which I think is easier if you're making it really steep, because it takes me longer to cross. But if you're doing it in like a plank, a lot of people like to just do this way. Not really too picky on that today. But yeah, you're going to try to do as many as you can in 40 seconds. You can adjust your difficulty as you go here. You're going to end up doing it 7 times because it's 14 minutes. And you're going to do half of the sets are shoulder taps and half of the sets are seated shoulder press. So what you're going to do is, just like we did in the warm-up, you're going to sit on the bench though this time, or you can sit on the ground. As long as I'm vertical chest, right? So if I've got a bar, I've got no back support on this one, but I'm working on on me keeping my chest straight up. What I don't want to do is kind of lean back and turn this into a bench press. So it's straight up. And I'm going to pick a weight that's pretty light because I'm going to be able to try to do 40 seconds straight of it, right? But just like in that warm-up, I'm trying to keep my chest through. So if you kind of watch my torso, it shouldn't move very much. The bar should be going pretty straight, but this part of my body should be staying where it is. It's not going back and forward and back and forward. There's maybe a little bit, but trying to get the bar to go straight up and head's getting out of the way, and then the head goes through so that the bar can go like this, okay? So if that's a bar, it's going to be pretty light. You're not going to be going too heavy. I would rather light, and then you just rip it for 40 seconds. If you have to break, it makes it pretty strict, right? So it might just be an empty bar. I think that's probably enough for most people. If you have a dumbbell, seated, same idea. I'm trying to keep this torso still, right? I don't really have to worry about, kind of dodging my head and having to have the dumbbell go out and around. It can kind of go beside my head. So I'm just trying to stay still and really just, roll up that one shoulder, right? Kettlebell, same thing. If you've been doing a lot of kettlebell movements, you got that kind of kettlebell on that sort of 45. Try not to lean back to get that front rack. But if you have a med ball, you could do a two-handed med ball, you could do a plate. Basically, it doesn't need to be that heavy. What you're trying to do is do a ton of reps. Or just blow up your shoulders by repeated reps. Even if you probably noticed in the warm-up, a minute straight of PVC shoulder press, super fast. You got the shoulders pretty tired, so imagine 40 seconds over and over and over with a little bit of weight is going to blow up your shoulders. So don't worry that the numbers don't look crazy impressive. It's more about kind of getting those shoulders tired today. Okay, so for the WOD, you're doing 100 double unders to start. So whenever we say a buy-in, it just means it's still part of the workout, it's still part of the overall time of it. It's just you got to get that done before you can start the other stuff. So I'm going to do 100 double unders. Is a lot, but people are pretty good at them. They can probably do them all in a row. Even if you're sort of struggling through and you're getting 10, 15 at a time, you will get there. But it just kind of eats into the time of the workout. So if you need to do singles, if you don't have any doubles, 200 is what we're going to get you to do, which is a lot, but you'll get there. And then if you want to stick to your doubles, I would say set a number like, say, 50 doubles or something like that. Say you're messing up every 5 or something like that. You'll get there with 50 or maybe a little bit less. Something that's getting you to work on the skill, but still kind of getting the heart rate up before we start. Because it's supposed to be an elevated heart rate when we start. We don't want to start those rounds really comfortable. If I do 100 straight double unders and then I do the rounds, it's a different workout. Okay, so we're going to do 10 wall balls. So if you have a med ball at home, you can use it today. If you don't, I'm going to give you an option. But wall balls, so you're holding that ball in front of your face, keeping the chest up when we squat. Okay, so if you want to mark out a height, if you have a med ball, full squat at the bottom. So this hip crease is below the top of the knee, right? If I'm going down to here, it's not low enough. Okay, and then the height that we're after is above a 10-foot mark for the guys and above a 9-foot mark for the girls. Or work with what you got. But if you have a med ball at home, you don't have to. It should be a weight that you can do 10. 10 is a good number that most people can do 10 in a row. If I find that they couldn't do that weight for 10, either at home you probably need to reduce the reps. Maybe you're going to do 5 reps or 7 reps or something like that. If it's a wall ball, that's a little too heavy to do 10 in a row. Yeah, but so if you don't have a bar, you're gonna be doing most likely you're gonna be doing dumbbell or barbell thrusters. So you're gonna be putting the dumbbell under your chin. So you get 2 hands, same idea. Shoot your weight, and I can do 10 in a row. I've got a barbell. Okay. Kettlebell, same idea. Hold the kettlebell, right? But if you have a wall ball, use it for today. And then just adjust the numbers if it's a heavy ball for you. But most of you guys took a weight home that's realistic for you. As long as it's an explosive squat, you get a little bit of shoulder. Wall balls would be good because we get to practice that kind of accuracy part of it. But do what you can. And then these toes to kettlebell. So you're going to lay down. Most likely you're going to want a mat or a couple towels underneath you because I find this one gets my back. So I'm going to reach back, hold the kettlebell or something heavy. It could be like the leg of a table. That's pretty solid. I'm going to lay down. Okay, so I'm trying to get my feet to touch the handle of the kettlebell, right? If you don't have a kettlebell, it might be just touching the leg of the table. I find these ones, if I just tuck and get my feet kind of over my face, there's kind of an easier version. The straighter I keep my legs, the harder the version, right? These are going to be pretty comfortable to start. I think, 6, 7 rounds into this workout, those 10 are going to be pretty tough. Yeah, so 10 rounds is a lot, but you'll get there. Just keep chipping away. And then 100 double unders or whatever version of skipping you were doing in the first round, stick to that version for the second round. See how far you get, okay? If you don't finish it, add up all the reps that you did, and that's your score, okay? Yeah, should be a good one. Good luck.